Bob?
What is the new percentage, 1.9?
The current is 1.9%, and be based on what's released in January.
Okay, that's on what?
Based on the CPI annually based,
Right,
by U.S. Department of Labor that's released.
that's what I was thinking, it was
Yeah.
1.9%.
Correct.
So what this ordinance does, it increases all fees by 1.9%, which in the past, we've increased the fees that were, like the water fee, the sewage fee, all that, we increased it over the last 20 years enough to keep making ends meet. We never got a big bunch of money laying in there, but it's not like we didn't raise it occasionally to keep up the need to pay for it, because they're all enterprise funds. But on here, you've got, and I might be reading it right, but it's all cities usage rates, fees, and permit charges. Can you tell me what permit charges, is that like
Rummage sale fee.
rummage sale, what else is in there?
I don't know, I was just giving you an example.
Those are examples.
So they're building permits?
Outside contractor fee, everything, the issue with that was to keep up with those inflationary costs. I would like to say, I am not going to support any fee, unless there is some sort of attachment for this, because like I said, I think people are tired of the whammy.
Yeah.
And that's what, so if it comes to D-Day and it's November of 2020 and we have to have a fee, I'm not supporting it unless this provision's in it, because like I said, I don't think the citizens want the whammies anymore. I think, you see other utility companies doing that to keep pace with inflationary costs, and that's what I'm in favor of.
I'll have the last word. I was a co-sponsor of this with Mr. Klein, and the reason is because we keep talking about doing something, and what we have always done as a council, and I'm including myself for the last 6 years, what we've always done is wait until we have an emergency and then increase a fee $8. And everybody notices that. But when you increase it 18 cents, nobody notices it. When you walk in a grocery store every day and you pay 2 more cents for your dozen of eggs because the cost of living has gone up, and the cost to produce those eggs and distribute those eggs has gone up, we eat those costs. And literally with the egg, we eat them. But it makes no sense for us to say that we want to move forward and be progressive and not adjust our fees, regardless of what they are. Water fee, rummage sale fee, I mean, it makes no sense to not adjust it every year based on the cost of living. And so with that, roll call please.
Cleary.
No.
Haney.
No.
Harvey.
Aye.
Hawk.
No.
Klein.
Aye.
Pierce.
Aye.
Well, it's a good time to have city solicitors that are in Columbus for their annual, yeah, that's, yeah, in case you're keeping track, that's 3 to 3.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Because we have to discuss pending litigation with the solicitors in the executive session. If the clerk can please give ordinance 1975 third reading.
Establishing and levying a municipal motor vehicle license fee pursuant to section 4504.27 of the Ohio Revised Code and declaring an emergency. Third reading.
Nate.
Make a motion to adopt ordinance 1975.
I'll second that.
Haney, second. Discussion? Chris?
I'd just like to bring up the fact that, this isn't going to be just some other fee that the city of Ironton is tacking on to something. the way I've read into it, the way I've been explained, is that this is going to be enacted anyway by the county, Lawrence County. If Lawrence County would have enacted this instead of the city of Ironton, the funding that we would have gotten would have not been, more than likely would have not been spent in Ironton on Ironton city streets. This funding would have went towards county roads. So I think it's a no-brainer that we be proactive in accepting this and Ironton getting the money instead of the county.
Roll call, please.
Flutie,
No.
Hany,
Aye.
Harvey,
Aye.
Hawk,
Aye.
Klein,
Aye.
Pierce.
Aye. Ordinance 1975 is adopted. If the clerk could please give ordinance 1976 third reading by title only.
Establishing a vacant property utility fee, third reading.
Nay.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt ordinance 1976.
I'll second.
Hany, second. Discussion. Hany.
I think this is a good, ordinance. What it does, in my opinion, is basically force, lackadaisical, property owners, to improve their property or, create some type of revenue, whether it be new citizens moving into vacant homes, whether it be, new businesses, moving into, downtown properties. I think this could motivate people that are not willing to sell their property to sell to somebody that's willing to put money into it, to invest in the city. Like I said, this isn't tacking on another fee to the citizens that are currently paying fees. This is getting money out of people that are you know, maybe not keeping their property up to certain standards. They're not paying any of these fees anyway. So this isn't going to increase any current fees to the citizens on their utility bill.
In fact, the whole reason why I am always against fees, I've said it numerous times, is because the argument used is, when we put it on the utility bill, it gets everyone, when it does not get everyone. Every one of you has a property in your neighborhood that has a water meter shut off because the house is vacant, or you drive by an old commercial building whose water meter is shut off because it's vacant and no longer produces business. But yet, if a vagrant is in that building, him and her police staff still respond. If that building catches on fire, the fire department still responds. And yet, they're paying zero of those fees. And so, the intention of this legislation is for me to feel better whenever somebody says, that utility bill's getting everybody. Well, this is a step in the right direction. Now we'll get everybody.
Point of clarification.
Mr. Pierce.
So if an individual owns that property, they get billed. And in
Or
the
bank
instance-
account. Yes.
In the instance of a bank or financial institution, they would be billed as well.
Yes, it would be. And if they don't pay it, now it's a misdemeanor. Because we passed legislation that makes it a misdemeanor to not pay your utility bill. So we have some teeth as well.
Good.
So when I say everybody's gonna pay it, everybody's gonna pay it. Or they're gonna go see the judge. Mr. Klein?
In the fall of last year, we passed a vacant property registry. So I'm hoping, Mayor, that maybe, with, Ms. Dooley, actually putting this into place as far as using that vacant property registry, where, they should have registered their property as being vacant in coordination with the, utility accounts, to make sure they're held accountable to those also. So just a little bit of coordination on that part.
water, sewage, and runoff, right?
Anything that's,
Runoff.
Anything police, fire.
anything that's
all-
not tied to water usage, anything that's not tied to water usage,
The garbage.
it's spelled out.
Yeah,
I
it's
believe
not there.
garbage, yes, I believe it's in there. It was my intent to be in
They're not getting garbage picked up though, right?
there. Are they, is garbage getting picked up from some of those places? Absolutely. Are people littering on those things? Absolutely. So,
I understand,
Yes.
there's not.
roll call please.
Cleary.
Right.
Hany.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Hawk.
Aye.
Klein.
Aye.
Pierce.
Aye.
Ordinance 1976 is adopted. Ordinance 1974, the Consumer Price Index 3-3 tie fails, according to the solicitors. We're now at resolutions. If the clerk could please give resolution 1980 reading by title only.
Authorizing the Vice Mayor Craig Harvey to be named as a signatory of all accounts at all financial institutions on behalf of the city of Ironton, state of Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
This is a formality, just FYI, the vice mayor is always the co-signatory on all bank things. The last time I had to do this, I abstained because I thought it was a conflict, but it's actually a job duty, so I will not abstain. Boss?
I make a motion that we favorably pass resolution 1980.
Second.
Mr. Hawk? Second. Roll call, please.
Cleary.
Aye.
Hany.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Hawk.
Aye.
Klein.
Aye.
Pierce.
Aye.
Resolution 1980 passes. We're now miscellaneous. Mr. Hawk?
I'd like to make a suggestion, when we're on first reading, we get a copy of the ordinance. In the future, is there any way we could get a copy for second and third reading? I kinda had to dig around a bit to get the actual ordinance itself.
Which is probably because you didn't get the previous.
Yeah. The reason for that in the past has traditionally been just to save paper.
Okay.
If you want that, it can be made available to you.
Is there a resource
There-
online or?
It actually, I can't, attest to whether it's current or not, but the agendas have been posted online. The last time I looked, there were a few behind, and I'm not sure who controls that. Maybe our, Terry, do you know?
Yeah, my designer does.
So, that would be one place to pull them off, I would guess.
The notebook downstairs also,
Yeah,
that's, right when you come in the front doors, there's a notebook. You can get whatever you need a copy and paper clip it, bring it up, we'll get a copy for you.
Okay.
Just use those, just keep your.
Yeah,
agendas
and-
with you, your old ones.
and one other suggestion is, make it a little stockpile over there, at least for, 3 meetings, so you have it. It's just been traditionally to save paper.
Okay.
If that's something that you're passionate about, I'll make sure you get it, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Elam?
At the last meeting, I had passed out copies of the October financial statements. I don't believe that they were received and made part. I don't believe.
I'd like to make a motion that we receive, file, make part of the minutes, of October financial.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Cleary.
Aye.
Hany.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Hawk. Klein.
Aye.
Pierce.
Aye.
Contracts and pending litigation.
I'll make a motion that we, go into executive session. The purpose of this, executive session will be to discuss contracts and,
Pending litigation.
what? litigation, there will be no activities afterwards, we'll just adjourn as we get done with it. I'd like to have John,
Michael Dennis, Mayor.
Michael Dennis, and the mayor. Everybody else can leave the chamber.